In this video, I want to talk to you about the number pi. Now, pi is an irrational number, and a lot of people just remember it as approximately 3.14, but it actually goes 3.14159. It goes on and on and on forever. And in doing so, it doesn't repeat itself. So a number that does repeat itself would be something like 3.14159, 14159, 14159, etc., etc. And if it just repeats these five numbers over and over and over again, this is not an irrational number. Okay? This is actually a rational number and can be written as such. But pi, it doesn't repeat itself over and over and over again. Okay? So it is an irrational number, and it's very much likely that you will know about pi, but do you know what it actually represents? So pi is how many times the diameter of a circle wraps around the circumference. So this length is the diameter of my circle, and it will wrap around the circumference of the circle pi times. And that's how we get our formula for the circumference of a circle. So the circumference is pi times the diameter, d. Okay, so that's the diameter, and the circumference is all the way round. Some people remember it as that or as 2 pi r. So what we find is that a number of problems involve working with pi. You'll see this throughout GCSE, but also when you go on to A-level mathematics, further mathematics, degree level mathematics, pi keeps on cropping up. And as part of that, what we like to do is to be able to write our answers exactly. So rather than plugging this into our calculator and multiplying it by the diameter, maybe I could just go, well, if the diameter is equal to, let's say, 5, then the circumference of my circle will be pi times 5, or 5 pi. So I can write the circumference exactly rather than substituting 3.14159 into that and working out an approximation. So what it becomes is this letter that we have within a calculation, where I might have, let's say I've got another circle which has a diameter of 4, and so the circumference of the second circle, so let's say that's circle 1, this is circle 2, and the circumference is equal to 4 pi. If I wanted to know what was the total length of the circumference of the first circle and the circumference of the second circle, well, the total length, or the total length of the circumferences, would be equal to 5 pi plus 4 pi. Now, if you've done some algebra, then you know that if you've got 5x and you add on 4x, then you've got 9x. And in exactly the same way here, we have 9 pi. We've got 5 pi's here, we're adding on another 4 pi's, we've got 9 pi in total. Okay, so what we need to be able to do is to figure out, well, when we're trying to write our answers exactly, we're leaving pi involved. Okay, so we want to be able to write our answers as multiples of pi, and that's really what we're going to be looking at in these videos.